94.7 Asempa FM Sony. 23 minutes after 2 live on Ekosiisen, Ghana's biggest and the most authoritative political, social, current affairs talk show. Ekosiisen live on Asempa FM. And Unim say your affiliate stations be brave in Jumedi ewa Ghana ha. Say me tomebo abobo wundia more tamale amutie in Debiano. ABC radio so any ebia wono was Salaga a Can FM Oba Sunyane ye was Storm FM Oko Wenchi ye wo Ewiase FM and a Royal FM Oko Japekrom ye wo Enidaswo FM and Japekrom wo German South Oba Brekum ye wo Agro FM Uchem ebesen eko Ashanti region in Soa Saudi wani tra Asante Achem Agogo yewo Adansie FM Oko Obuase yewo PZ Radio Oko Akomadan yewo Cruise FM Oko Ofinso yewo Time FM Omunyina fa yenjumedie live Sounds so na obesen ko Western Regional Secondi takwari yewo Aseda FM Aseda frequency ne 105.9 Sounds so na oko BBNI in the BBNI Anyaso Bekwai district yewo Ochiame FM omunyina fire and the munyina say amanano so stations ne dorso in the US of A, Golden Radio in Worcester, Hope for Life Radio in Virginia, and a host of other radio stations. Oba UK yewo Bawa Radio, Amansan Radio, Golden Beat Radio, Winners Radio, Naspa Radio, and our stations are who will be bringing Oba Germany yewo Sankofa Radio in Stuttgart. There were stations in France, in Norway, in Denmark. Omunyina efa yinjumedie live. Yeda munyina ase emama kwa babiye. Enye ehon kwenti. Apart from these traditional radio stations, and online radio platforms, no, yesan ewo social media platforms into Asempa FM and Kasa, your Facebook page, Asempa 94.7 FM on Facebook. Please like our page. It's a very, very, very active page on Facebook. And like our page, you can watch the live streaming. Now, share stream news no be into me and share. In papa. And you can post your comments there as well. Yebekai amamo. Oko Twitter and so you can follow us. You handle here at Asempa947 _FM. At Asempa947 _FM. Ubit me a share with tweets now. Would share them with the rest of the world. Ubit me so sharing with YouTube live. Into your YouTube channel Asempa 94.7 FM. Into more you're comfortable watching us on YouTube. No me kaimo say we are live on YouTube. Into bit mako ako share. Connect it to your television set at home and watch us live and more. I am sending you pictures. Obi how share you on the TV so now we chat Eddie sending it's good. Into share you TV so especially more man you know ubit me a chat now they are sending you WhatsApp. Now you when would acknowledge you. And YouTube, for example, Dr. Baba Zamo, Master Planner Junior or Kintampo or Cheryl. So watching you live inside Kintampo Obi, you are simply unstoppable. Thank you. And that's Dr. Baba Zamo on YouTube. Fred Osei Owusu says, solid program by all standards. Watching you and listening to you from Comerica. And Betty Lamte also watching us on YouTube. And to Oba, let's hear from you and then we'll acknowledge you. On Facebook, Ajwa Feneye Airshare from Bronx in New York. Nana Akwesi Apiasechi Airshare from New York City. That's Manhattan, New York City. On also Airshare. Stable GH says, I'm doing a listening live in Tema Community 8. And I'll say afternoon to all AFA across the country. Hey, say Obama Mu group you so. Kweku KB say share with Germany. Don Waila share Tema Old Washington Base and Emmanuel Edu share from Ohio Columbus. Wow. Esther Champo share of Vienna in Austria. And Nipano Edos. Yeah, the munyana say for always staying true to this brand. My very good friend, my class rep, Alex Martinson, Ewo Koforidia. We are going back to school, over and we have to Alex Martinson. Good afternoon to you, and thank you for always doing the listening. In Timua, Mutie Yina, Yadamunina, as Udi Wamudan Nenswa, Yadase. Wow. Anyways, in Tiana, in some men a go up on us on some a dorsal. We'll be going to the Supreme Court of Ghana, and Udim say the apex court of the land,
FM.
Etnase, on the presidential election petition. In Sembibrinana EPM Abba Joseph Akable will be joining us now. The course only in court correspondent, the course will honor na wetimi Eddie Atuja. Amaye. Ye amobekaya na nado dan kwa akofado share ne lawyers mo file a response a member of the legal team may issue a statement. Lawyer Frank Davis. Now, in that statement, President Epaunkophobia among Kasa Eman as far as this petition is concerned. Lawyer Henry Nana Boache on one side National Youth Organizer Edema NPP. And Nabi Abeka Yensawa and the National Youth Organizer Natwan Kakra and the lawyer che and Owaha as spokesperson to the president as far as the election petition is concerned. In Tienche, remember na kwa banafe Mwationos Nanudi in Sem. Ye beko parliament, unim se Enra ye free studio nani and Saka statement the former member of parliament de Babetuja. Na a statement na ye nyina ye hwe nimu se ba because enra wi ameka kyeremo se asa time ani ne opoku gako ye interview no na sa letter no enko kan speaker nsaye enyumre no na letter no ebain it's dated 13th January 2021. Office of Parliament Honorable Andrew Esiama Amwako MP for Mena constituency. In the letter no directed to the Right Honorable Speaker, Office of Parliament, Osu Accra, or say, dear sir, declaration to do business with the NPP caucus. I, Andrew Esiama Amwako, an independent member of Parliament for Formena constituency, and now the second deputy speaker for same Parliament, do hereby declare that I shall, for purposes of transacting business in the House, associate with the NPP caucus in the 8th Parliament. For the avoidance of doubt, I do hereby affirm that I shall cooperate and collaborate with the NPP caucus in the 8th Parliament, dated this 13th day of January 2021. Yours faithfully, signed, Honorable Andrew Esiama Amwako, MP for Mena constituency. This letter no is out. A court speaker, and it's copied to the leader of the NPP caucus. The debate on why they form a majority, why they form a majority, why they form a minority, why they form a minority, is still on. And in the end, meeting KCB Air Tuja, Akosi saying already the NDC caucus had a press conference every year. By years when NPP caucus so a press conference. And to Pupu Gako will join us again after Yashe said the Neoma Isiako because Ochana Parliament sign akwa and some of these issues would have to be dealt with before say Parliament ebetenase inti ni nyina ye nsemo a ye behwe na ye di ho nkomo ene ewi ye wi a ye the discussion segment no ebeto am so ene ye benya Dr. Bernardo Koboy e studio ha, former deputy health minister, former member of parliament for the Lejokuku constituency. Sanso ena the sitting regional organizer for the NDC, Anthony Nupeno, would also join us. Nafi, Yashe Etumi Edi Enkomo. Quickly, Mamin go over ye sponsors. Namima Akable Akwaba. Sound of Our Time segment, no, Agbeve Herbal Center, and a boy with the Mona soap and a Mona cream abejaso. Amponsa Ifa Pharmaceuticals, or Bapa Company Limited, or Mona boy. Mehia Sem segment, I de Babetua Mususi, and EcoBank Ghana, 21st Century Clinic, and a Awake Purified Drinking Water, and a boy. Yeah, one-on-one interview session, then so and our interviews are here on trending issues. No Bell Aqua, Heaven Insecticide Spray and Coil, and Napa Foods, and so Ebuaing. Your discussion segment, no Franco Trading Enterprise, Phone Papa Pafie, Bell Aqua Active, Stay True to Originality, and a TCL, The Creative Life, or Monso Boying, Ma Yede Ebremo. Ansana Mema, lawyer Nana Boache Aquaba, no, Ma Menko Joseph Akableho. Joseph Aquaba, net saying,
Yamadum Viaboko.
Koye.
Yami cry muti Viaboko.
And then Michelle black and white here, and it's free court bar never.
Some point make school soon. So the only say uniform.
Very necessary. Very necessary. But Koye, Bibiaboko.
And Yamadum.
Nice. Inti no na bebre na able say because election petition timelines at Supreme Court edema you know na yenim say by now also more case management and na ma ye no awie
there be omunye
ye case management in the end what happened and then the court of Supreme Court ne
the main business no was a requester Mr. Mahama the assembly court down Supreme Court no dia koma judge sanke be ya omoma ne ho kwan say nyeme bi wo ne petition ni more the buyer also to me correct it. Effectively, it has to do with how he had arranged the respondents in the case. No, even in requesting for the reliefs. No, in one instance, or say, Anka court name Maho Kwan say, ono Mahama no oni electoral commission be jina na ya to muswaba in a runoff.
I remember.
It's any day or the court down Supreme Court na kachi. The next also relates to the request for live broadcast. Na obisa se court name Maho Kwan say Anka be yanke niso embra na Ejobia or Tifibia no Bia Wamana ni baby obetumi bi ahwe. Those were the two main issues that in terms of documents were supposed to be dealt with today. Now America PM no the kind relating to the mistake no. President ni legal team and afi lawyers for electoral commission no they had some issues we indicated to court said they are opposed to the request to allow the correction. Now in chemo mo de buy and say documents on my file ya or mo pese mo de correction no. And one can say Muna, it requires some correction and a mistake a woman might identify. In the request that motion to amend a petition instead of a petition
rate
was on that basis and normally opposed to the request to make the correction. A member of the panel Bisa lawyer Kutampa said, hasn't he made a mistake before? And his response was that it is on that because we are humans and we make mistakes, no. And Intina almost they are of the view that Osanka Mr. Mahama it should have been charitable
to the electoral commission
in how they are going about taking them on for the same mistakes that they also made. But the court went on recess and came back and gave its decision that it does not affect the substance of the case in terms of the errors they are trying to correct because the new rules now
won't me amend it.
Something that changes your case substantively. And then court ne case sadia. Wama mo kwan so mo make that change no more up to 4 p.m. today.
And
to file
4 p.m.
4 p.m. to file the amendment.
Ammonia corrections no file it.
Yes.
Okay. And omo ka say respondent no so wo any further amendment almost
because nipa na mistaken referring to Obi as first and second respondent. Maybe now also in response our filing. You want to stick to you will not just correct it. You want to respond that way. It is at the end there.
And I realize that South President response now, they stuck to second respondent. They would also have to.
It is at the end there also. With me, I file there by close of work on Friday.
Ochina. And they also almost file
by 4 p.m. Then they come back on Tuesday, and so on Tuesday and then case management now say take place. No, it may take place now. And go for na earlier on mo bisa questions about judges ebetna.
Yes.
Assembly so.
Yes.
Yekoko PM ni to me who judges na 7 of them.
In the panel near 7.
7 Chief Justice.
Okay.
Kwesi Enini Yeboah ono na oye presiding. Okaya na 2012-2013 election petition okahubi. He was appointed as a Supreme Court judge in 2020. But proud to that, joining Supreme Court in June of 2008
by John Kufuor. President John Kufuor, and they appointed him to the Supreme Court. Yes.
The second judge, so I'm ranking them in terms of seniority.
Yeah.
You know, that's how they sit. The Peninit na the senior most on the right, then you go to the left, left, so you get to the 7th. So the next is Justice Yawapil, who was appointed to the Supreme Court in June 2015.
Yeah.
In terms of one of the most recent public interest cases, I would meet now, so Kavai. It has to do with Hohoy Saul issue na
okay.
Deputy Attorney General the court down in Supreme Court na catch no. He was
Otna,
actually
so
the
sole
presiding judge.
presiding
He was
judge
was part of four this
okay.
Tomo year 5 and
Okay.
Omotina Star case ni so
Okay.
Obekaya there was a unanimous decision na in ya Kaisa case ni pa. Justice Mafusa
and also no yawa pa no President John Mahama appointed to the Supreme Court.
Yes.
June 29th, 2015.
That's perfect.
Okay.
After so Justice Mafusa or more appointed to the Supreme Court in July 2018.
Yeah.
Previously no our Court of Appeal. No cancer Sao case ya kan one semenche bia.
In the Mafusa no na dan kwa akufado na appointed to the Supreme Court.
No cancer Sao case ya kan one sem. No afi voters register case no bekaya. The Ecuadorian court now must say whether the EC has the power to compile the voters register case prior to the 2020 elections. No can one or agree with his colleagues in dismissing the case and saying that the EC has the power to go ahead and compile the register. The case that challenged the eligibility of Martin Amido as special prosecutor, no Kasa case, no one or agree with majority opinion that Mr. Amido was eligible to hold office. He was also part of the National Cathedral, the cathedral case. No?
Oh, okay.
And agreed with his colleagues.
Case, I think the Nipa or the choir was James Bonfair.
Yes, James Bonfair.
Yeah.
And in that particular issue, he agreed with the decision that building the cathedral was in tune with the social and political objectives of the Constitution. The next judge on the panel is Nene Amegacha. Was appointed as a justice of the Supreme Court in July 2018 by President Akufo-Addo. Prior to that, he was a private legal practitioner.
Okay.
Now, Amido eligibility case na can wasem na or can be EC voters register case ni so.
And it's not
na otisa case ni so be.
Okay.
Afi so Professor Ashikote or lecturer or University of Ghana Law Faculty.
Okay.
More appointed to the Supreme Court. President Akufo-Addo appointed in July 2018.
Yeah.
Voters register case no can be.
So.
Amido eligibility case ni so na or can be in both matters. He agreed with his colleagues to dismiss those cases. Mariam Owusu or joined the Supreme Court in December 2019. Or Tina voters register case ni so as well. And the other judges get to Tokonu, who joined the Supreme Court in December 2019. Sao case here can na oti case ni subi enti. Omo mo make up the seven member panel. Yeah.
Okay. Enti say ohwe nipa 7 na former President Kufuor appointed one Kwesi Yanini Yabua ono na NA or a Chief Justice, of course, or a Chief Justice and so and another than Akufo-Addo. Yaw Apau, the only person in the 7-member panel, former President John Mahama and a power in 2015. Omoa aka said Joseph Diomudi etu dwa no munyina nanado dan kwa Akufo-Addo na appoint and ohwe cases are o matna so major cases on matna said ye wo kana almost all of them as a quotia for the want of a better way as an engineer echo edema the government side, right?
I don't know whether that is
okay. For example, I will share.
Okay, so in effect, they ruled. So in the ones that involved the Attorney General,
ruling in favor of the Attorney General.
They agreed with the Attorney General's position on the legal issues.
For example,
but it's worth noting that a lot of those decisions too were unanimous.
No, unanimous.
And so
it's also instructive. So we share Sal case now. Omuana Ewosuni nyina joined the panel in omu unanimous decision. We share Amidu eligibility now, and also omu nyina ruling in favor of the Attorney General in the argument or the court. And which other case now can
so there was also the cathedral one as
well.
Cathedral one.
Yeah, cathedral the and so and it's interesting. Almost all the cases so ruling by a unanimous decision by the court. Inti mo na mu busano impanyifo a etna election petition so 2021 day and Joseph de Wundi to Jan say utie on radio now person who the course in the Supreme Court insa aka videos and pictures no ebi ubetimi ehu oba asempa 94.7 FM yem page ubehu pictures no any videos no enyenara ere science subiewa Chief Justice and any yeboa ono na be presiding right on this panel Yaw Apau Justice Justice Mafos, Justice Nene Amegacha, Justice Professor Kote, Justice Mariama Owusu, and Justice Gertrude Tokono in the Nipa and so. Oshe petition na ono ankasa timi ba court ene.
Ono ankasa be PMO in terms of the legal teams na and then obegine mu. No say the court na can say because of COVID-19 inti also to me bonipa 4 per day, including the lead counsel.
Okay.
And today on the 2 John, Mr. Mama Nankasa by and the lawyers no, not Chachikata and the DNM and Afiso or Ratoni Lita account. Electoral Commission no Justin Amenuvo any AA Somoa and our president ni legal team no Akotuampao and our DNM and Afi Frank Davis, Kwekwe Silfi and Yao Opon.
Oh, Yao Opon, okay, and the lawyer Yao Opon is part of the legal team of the second respondent, in this case, the President of the Republic. And no energy, case no babio that by 19th should be Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Next week, Tuesday. In the next week, Tuesday, so quarter.
And ideally, now I say first day, and I say more case management and not pre-trial conference. And that's what they're supposed to deal with. But right, many Frank Davis actually come more after one issue. Maybe something has to do with the objection now, or me raising a part of my response. No,
yes.
Because once the objection, you say go through a just a pre-trial and the crowd, pre-trial be anyone may. Any issue, the
objection application will be held on Betty and not being.
The all can say I'm PM Tuesday. All those are matters. They will expect some direction from the court because in the response to the petition, or more cast a court no and fix it down by your legal arguments now. Or more chem dainty or muji say assembly there. Emunye drusa or say court no wasting the time class or be fixing na. Kanya could do 42 in the crown pan and say 6 days of hearing it to me because in tempas, you know, say court to me about to go into all those are outstanding issues at court, you know, on Tuesday, you know, the court would have to take a decision on when to have that argument or whether they will go ahead with the pre-trial or not. But the objection goes to the root of the matter, and they are saying that I mean the case, you know, and challenge about one
the validity of the election.
Now, interestingly, I'm more referred to case B. 20 later Nankasana arguing. Metununu versus Electoral Commission.
2005.
It's 2005, but there is reported in the law report around 2008 about. And on a declaration na Afarijana we name John Kufuor as the president-elect. Our instrument now issue no. Metununu the court say not composite results no, i.e. the results from all the polling stations across the country then can be. I know court no decided say Oshe rules na the declaration also they here for it to be valid say wa bonipa o win election din na fe isi no under the seal no assign our case and no na declaration because aside from no the results they are declared across the country it's only say omode the account na argument president in the legal team ni making say that no decision no means that the EC chairperson ebe kan ya ma challenge your kase some mistakes ni mu no obi enya 50% no or say enye declaration ni wakase we win and also what takes place across the country
over 38,000 polling stations.
Say Supreme Court has not been the jurisdiction has not been triggered appropriately because they are not questioning the validity of the election. In court now even in terms of the vote pardon issues no more can almost say vote and do 7,000 people. Now election that was decided by about 500,000 there. Why waste the course time to go into such a matter? But I mean, all those are matters that they will argue at the Supreme Court. Now court decided. Now on the live telecast, no court no can say it had already on its own decided.
Now more say.
In fact, Yembra Eko drew court on na GBC lay cables cameras inside.
Oh,
crowd.
As the Supreme Court answer taking lead
to GBC that prompting them to provide the live coverage. Sanabe will be able to me.
And at the time, no more parties to the suit now aware. But aware, I say Bianca.
File. Mr. Chikata, sorry, or yes, be movies application and court. You decided and no, besides like what happened, and the court was like, oh, the rules no. Amount said the court determines, and the court has determined that to allow it for that coverage.
For that coverage.
Or some more request was moot because it had already been granted, and so there was nothing to even.
And what it means, say case management, behind closed doors.
In terms of the trials that have followed at the High Court, no, it's not open to the public.
And you're open to the public.
But I don't know what the court will decide on this particular one.
Okay, that's good. And Joseph Akable and the so apart from where the major court issue be a
there be Jana major be crowd or crying to me for any call. You need be quack with
the premises of the Supreme Court not security to saying
or police for ne bam for no baby PM be pa. In fact, right from entrance one na e be 10 big go anymore. Ijomo police motorbikes near the inside Nankasano. All aspects, all the entrances to the Supreme Court. Now armed policemen in some instances were present before we go inside. So your best canal, your mobile phones near the Omojiji Yadi your minimum number now they are showing. It was quite tight.
In petition and John Mahama and Kasaba Court. First respondent electoral commission, why never represent your more court?
Jen Mensa by.
Oh, Jen Mensa and Kasaba.
Kasaba, me who Dr. Bosman Asari, or deputy chairperson, me who know. And now in terms of president, there. Just say
President Amma. Why not represent
Peter McMenu?
The campaign manager,
the campaign coordinator for 2020. No, Babejinemu as representative. Yeah.
Wow. Joseph, me and Nasi. Why? Bibiani Ebesia Dinko. Joseph, what say?
Joseph Bekon. Mijidi is on the multimedia.
Yeah, your court
official
correspondent. Yes.
My who story bio myjoyonline.com. Supreme Court allows live telecast of election petition. So we share Supreme Court grants Mahama's request for live telecast. That is what my.
Is that the lead? And I said
okay, so the earlier story that was put out in error and it has been subsequently corrected.
It's been corrected.
Indicating that even before the request was actually made.
Error.
I said one Supreme Court in the Kaya almost
now initially in Minya a lot of reporting for framing.
Okay.
We always say this here because of live telecast, they go for him.
Yeah.
And that is what Miniano Putino
Joseph Akabli.
I mean he's just spot on. Because Sandy Amukwami drew Honana GTV for Obi Van Omugu Dada and we say intino of a chatuchikata or late into buy no M1 and one kind of Nankan. Who buy and watch from Fonini why Kabli Chatu late into your late no buy any year D life dada.
I know more in a life dada.
You were late. Oh, Manko. Now, okay.
Maybe Majima.
I'm actually a problem.
We late.
Okay.
Until we late no. Oba and I say I don't know ye at the end of that. Ya sete if I come and can about in pairs because I will share courtroom Abako is on the extreme left, extreme right, and about also upper terrace.
Yeah.
I know so chat a form no. Tinabako sin in pair and about so a bang baby a year second respondent no so no. Yeah, lawyer kuku down for no eti.
Yeah.
To buy now pigeon one or yes all cancel live telecast no court say oh debi. Court now so mutu on its own. I decided so better that I had your mind that meaning say application or the other to court a moot. Just say assembly anyhow. Assembly anyhow na or the assembly to court because you cast up person ka we no I had
the
of us on tiase na is it the case or non application no ma grantee na say you know na court ka say David is here CI99 no FM and ma court to share send your case in city the magnitude of it now we send your Ghana for obiye di echiri na Ghana for bede e pepese obiya bede be and at least there's a precedent. Once in 2012 in such landmark hearing 9 months no. It is only proper say we also be a second presidential
petition
no. Also and also the court decided that and of course still no journey fit and sana am say court catch and say open here ho dwuma wi into them so transe sana or transe inti me hu headline na etwetwe so kakra me hu nya hanko am say akra hu city so I also called them na because of them misre baby e dru no yen ai me kaiser da ye bo me din say me can spokesperson ho na me am boss Same ukufre mi say ozi Supreme Court akoka say hwe na nanu asem na nanu asem enti hwe onzu ye ze ne court enkan no ongo ka say court aka men kan asem bia nso enhye obibia no enti me hu ye no enye say etie case no kra ne grantee former president Mahama ne application say yenye live telecast there be Supreme Court na no on CI99 rules are ebo a year hearing we say hu ban no ɔmo wɔ saa tumi ne sɛ ɔmo abe decide sɛ asɛm wei deɛ ɛfa Ghana ne obiara ho obiara no ani di akyire obiara koma di akyire nti ɛna yɛatwerɛ krataa akɔkɔma Director General GBC former number live telecast. So that was it.
Now, that's our decision by the court. More as respondents, now we are aware. As second respondent, were you aware? Say court ne decided say, or more so to decided on Bema Ghana for you should be.
Oh, Debbie.
Namonya aware.
Debbie, but senior Namerican. I had the near crano. I had the near pre. But you would do on us a court now. Really, I didn't open a court across Adiamawa.
What's our training baby?
Who has all training baby? Enti sana ekoba.
Okay. And your almost first request was not. Main Gaza was not granted. Had already been done. In the court, they say you moot. But almost second request was granted. And
yes, second request no. One say, so we share. Yes, of course. Chachu again.
Yeah.
Emma ne muso enana o kire say. Ohwe omo petition a omo de ebeto Supreme Court anim na mistakes errors bi wo nti no omo hia se ye momo sa 2 million nanka omo ntimi correct sa mistakes no enti a year cancel for the first respondent and a cancel for the second respondent omo nyina no oppose ye na ohwe grounds na ohwe originating process omo de buy na it ought to be petition, but if you're on the face of Kratanoma, I'm saying rate.
My rate, yes.
And na a was so. It's no normal fee say originating process here. Usually sometimes we get wrong. And your case can even be struck out. And so that was one of the main things. Secondly, Krano, even the application before the court to for correction and for amendment, in itself, now it could a lot of errors and so. Baby, you know, apart from this mistake on year with the originating process. No? The second one, so we data no more date 8 January 2020. Date crowns on my side from so. The Majidi say we almost have a correct beam. And the Emonana
Akotuampao, lead counsel for second respondent.
Yes. No, don't so sorry, you know. And the same process. In Tijuana, Supreme Court say, Nampacho, Winyam from Swada. No, so yes. My lord, Yam from so. Enuntina nankasa insignificant errors na electoral commission ayeno asempa NDC for nanke hu hia kwase nkombetu tu court na so na court yes any omo sorry akwaba to mo koba ya no mo grantee but you see that is what Akabli you know he is spot on enei no sene yesi ayemra no nti so wahwa nka first no nanka obi aba wa file joinder or person be kan ho no so interested party me kai 2012 nkwanko for be say 99 DC for bi so mo so interested party no mo so be
amicus curiae
amicus eti sane mani nyina no court say ene da bi eti so hwe the new rules now mo dia ba year 99 na eye wa wo no oye candidate in the elections we are affected by it also court na any electoral commission so and so be a beneficiary in this case the affected person His Excellency the president and also and a can be yasheshe 42 days enti sene na all can no cre nyame yadma by Tuesday no yebekọ ne ahwe case management ni ade but obi unim mamenka asemwe NDC for petition no adekonti ayen the second respondent lawyers of Akutampa. Nana Akabli counsel can lawyers for because your lawyers for no bro for a lead counsel no Sheshi
Akutampa. Okay.
And Frank Davis and Dapado.
Yes.
And Yama Meshela men Capremo.
Okay.
And so can home Koku Srifi a can Yaopon and so can home and a bright Ochre Jokum so can home and Dr. Ernest Usudapa.
Okay.
And so can home. But and the Supreme Court and say because of a year COVID protocols nintino omo lead counsel no e ka ho a
okay e also omo
year 4 enti na man about 4 no but these are the 8 persons are omo part of the legal team and myself Kojo Ponkoma
Yaboaben Fatima
Nana Ajua and Akosuma and so members spokesperson for the team. Now,
Suman ka spokespersons.
yes.
It's a statement, original thing, none in mana later motivation. Okay.
Okay. Now, adia bakwa me pese me can say. We NDC for petition now. At the country I say a frivolous.
Asempa FM.
Vexatious. At the country I say in so yinem. At the country I say ma Supreme Court to crown fast has a moon to your mason say. Near the kind. Petitioners ne say Electoral Commission mean from Swawa ye no miensa. Near the kind. A brana all make a declaration on the 9th of December. Instead of say obey you total valid votes no, and we issue total vote cast. And no bar out a bit say I am from Swa. Now it does not affect the calculation in any way whatsoever. The second from Swa ye and say now also a year 51.595 for Nanado Danko Kufuado. Now say 51.295 and or 51.595.
Yes.
It is a who you see 51.595 no. Now boom kontano. Now kekeni ina see near a more percentage in here
103.3.
But what about the correct say and no na am from so. It is all you see 51.295 na 100 pepe. Okay. Near Tosso me and Sanso. NDC for Aja to say oh aggregate a year presidential candidates no be a voter a year 13.1 million. Kakrebi did that. Okay. Now we share the electoral commission had the buy and also ye 13.1 kakre that's no say osa bun kuntana difference ni say 1,001. Okay. Now as my electoral commission Kenya say sound from so na omuye ni nyina no it does not affect the results any way whatsoever. And can it be and can it think can it tone can it be na empono ne nanka yen second respondent na nanka ye hwe say obi obekaya ebra about one before crown points and we declare we any ade no former president Mahama ye press conference o se nko former ye collation ni nyina we pink sheet o makeka ni nyina asie ni no ma wi ni one touch o yes press conference on one fie na general mosquito e won nchen apart from ono no the communications officer so o ma wi ni aba no ma yo collation nyina wi obi wo say yo no so free ho a otuku no o se o mo so ma wi ni ade ni nyina no ma yo collation nyina wi many a penny of is a free yankra and a Michano court. Ono say o ma yom kunta buo ni bibia wie na o ma wini. But obi winim omo petition no yet to aba no 38,622 polling stations and a special voting sentence no yet 311. Obi they have not in their petition challenged any of the elections conducted in any of these 38,622 stations. Not even one. In fact, about one so here need this one. Your protocol near friend of primary level. And only say Obi, Yakoto about polling station. Ye will be agent or Yakan ye go honum, and Yasha Manus will be an Ubianaye. We are now the back secondary level. And only your constituency no. Constituency the animation if you go yes summation collation near the what is all problem biano a hobbit miaka ubianso agent honum you are near tertiary level and no original level constituencies ni na ya peke kan nyina so asie ni ewo the regional office you are near the final and the fourth level which is the quaternary level at the quaternary level hono e hona James Hanso ni parties no bia agent ewo ho na omu nyina so ahwe no makeke ni nyina asie ni. They have not challenged the validity of the elections conducted at the primary level, at the secondary level, at the primary level,
Asempa FM,
or at the quaternary level. Never. In fact, Nanka, sending your music catch we are saying answer or make a pink sheet in Nina, former President Mahama winning with one touch. No, Nanka, you say, and Kayaba Cortino. And Kaya kicking yes, and you can yes, from here pink sheet, former President Mahama enya 5 million. And Jane Mensa man 4 million from her pink sheet. But Debbie suddenly see in their petition. Okay, Nanado Danko Kufado so no. Ya kika 38,622 polling stations no. And 311 voting centers no money if you nya buy no. Nana Kufado so no enya 4 million and your man 5 million. That in its sense will constitute a challenge of the validity of the
election.
And that is what Article 64 Eka. But it appears that now they are actually challenging the results as declared on the 9th. But to him, so also how you are upon him now. Constitution, it named the declaration James on the 9th. No. It names our declaration. No. The Constitution it recognize it. A year declaration now, if we form 13, so no, abana yako gazette no. No. And also no, Munsa attack even the Form 13. More attack even the results as gazetted.
But so what the Constitution name the declaration on the 9th? Will it be entirely factual? Because I was 63.3 and so 63.3 and Emma say I was independent more than 50% to cross the line. No, Yetimia declare no winner, and that's categorically stated in the Constitution. And that's what she did on the 9th of December. And the Constitution definitely, because also and this John Mahama petition now no rely on the result as declared by the Electoral Commission chairperson, and he believes say exercise of the result no enye bibi a authority me any bibi akeke. Everything is stated in law, and it's a one according to law, and they believe say problematic. Okay.
So we share 3 9
yes.
Now we share a free 8. We share 9. Now say an instrument which A is executed under the hand of the chairman of the Electoral Commission and under the seal of the commission, and B states that the person named in the instrument was declared elected as the president of Ghana at the elections of the president shall be prima facie evidence that the person named was so elected.
Ekosiisen on
Shall be prima facie evidence that the person named was so elected. It is our instrument, no? Ya gazette, no? And no, any adansidia mapa, adansidia constitution yenim. Say Electoral Commission, aye. No ye enso no hwan di no chiro om so na ye president Nana Ado Danko Akufo-Addo. Sabe pepe na meka.
Yeah, but my point is the gazette no subsequent to the declaration.
That is why I make us declaration there. It is even part of Nibian administrative duties. Oh, ya newi also declare mo bi ehu. But niemremu niema nipa no eye president aye timidi court e ka se ampa we na ya dansidie asumesi obentin openi na Ghana for apaw no na Electoral Commission apaw no and I said what declare no so na president and I can was no. So that is the law. It will be near what can be the law is that an instrument which is executed under the hand of the chairman of the Electoral Commission and under the seal of the commission, and B states that the person named, in this case Nana Ado Danko Akufo-Addo, in the instrument was declared elected as the president of Ghana at the election of the president shall be prima facie evidence that the person named was so elected. Into him, Sananka and so be war near Gazette Yenum. I free from 13 Mubano. And then no audio, that is fine. Near Wodia Koidie, a mistake, wa correct it. As at the time of Gazette and mistakes be any.
Let me, my main far way in Chem for Omua 8 years, Henry Nanabuache, because or a member of I kind of saying a team of spokespersons, and we are also very careful not to go into the merit or the demerit of
exactly.
the case.
A case near can. Yeah, me present a case.
Now that in presenting Momo case, so punching holes into the NDC's petition, you know. Normally being so and I agree. I'm more the messages. Yes, we are very minded by that. Say, young coin into the merit or the demerit of the case. You make conclusions.
Let me make this statement.
Yes.
The petitioner, Omodi Omonse,
Ekosiisen on
Asempa
FM.
Yen yedi answer ako.
Yes.
Mremu ye fene answer yedi ako. Yedi ko yensu ye chirichiri.
Yes.
Ni aka ni ye jaye de
Supreme Court.
Sa ne pepepe ne tie. Eti ni ye chire mu nyina ne se Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo eye president a wo wini yen yasem no. So ne pese me tro. Ena ebiema de ba kon so a obi yesa ye me wo mo petition bi wa ha. Petition no omo de exhibit bi attach the exhibit, yes, exhibit B. Exhibit B no letter Johnson is doing Ketia Troy. Now who be so ntema wo tro mu na o see Eastern region results are declare on any the bank crime. Or see in Ashanti region ye the vote ni bia keka na Nado Danko Akufo-Addo de ho. O tro ni nyɛ ha. But in their petition they have completely abandoned these claims. Not even a single paragraph. And they mentioned these things.
Ekosiisen on Asempa.
But these were things I need thrown out there. So Ashanti region, yet it's on 300,000 votes. Biaka woman and not Danko Akufo-Addo. Eastern region so, and also voter. You declare the regional way saying you be doing crimes for assassin. They don't even mention it at all. Obi, completely abandoned in on petition. Then they move on to say, wrong aggregation of votes and a vote pattern. Now, Electoral Commission in Omo answer no, Omo denying na. But the across American say, in order not to waste the cost time, assuming without admitting, so how wrong aggregation of vote are working? Any vote pattern, no, can you see any? Obi, enu 6,000 votes mpo. Assuming no, enu 6,000 mpo. So why should we waste the cost time when the difference now is 500,000 and it's 6,000? No, materially it cannot affect the results.
The 500,000 gap.
Yes.
But now, one of the reliefs of Munsui Siki and even at pleadings in Sumua. Omodi Ashemu says 500,000 we now more can that gap doesn't exist because per normal calculation, no, we should be going for a runoff, and they are calling on the court.
Another disingenuous claim be almost hamiki. Share 30th Nana will file a petition. The results from Techiman South, they were known. The results, they were known. In fact, former President Mohammed had 52,000. His Excellency the President had 46,000. But on petition, on day. Sa extrapolation na Obapa Jimensa ye on the knife say aka one constituency pe enenya mai.
Yes.
Now one constituency in the total number of registrants were 128,000. It is what the 128,000 nyina the petitioners no kra na. Enya dia e betimi affect the outcome of the results. The president so declared no obenya more than obenya 50% plus 1. But all petition at the time and I will throw no, not the results were known. You see results no. Rather, do you know what they did? Almost say, let's still go by the analogy now. Electoral Commission, say, 428,000 in amount. How?
Because that is what was said on the 9th.
It was said because as at that time, as at that time, that results in your mind. It results now. We not know now. So many because you don't go and do these extrapolations in court.
Because the other question, so may I say,
yes. What Omuye and say instead of the corrected figures now easy diabano almost said you petty cry once why error and the error and why and one big now the calculation no easy the correction about says we share the total figure now 13.1 million valid votes no almost no easy because valid votes no 13.4 million or so join and one
yes
and a almost I say okay, easy say 428,000 in as at the time now results in your but on the 30th, when you were filing your petition,
the
results were known.
No, but I remember the end say yes, I am filing on the 30th. But the thrust of my petition is to challenge one, the declaration so made on the 9th and the Gazette, which was done on the 10th. Questioner Mebusane say so what's a Gazette now? What the Constitution recognizes now? What's a Gazette? No figures be anka. Eba say okay based on way Nanado cross the way into on no validly elected. Emma with any figures.
No, do we know Form 13 is so?
Mebao. Do we know say on the 10th now Gazette notification no eba you know. Na ye the techiman the na beka ho ana.
Yeah, they can
on the 10th.
Yes.
Between 9th and 10th.
Because there is no way about Gazette now won't for Bianca home.
But there is no figure in the Gazette. How do we know that?
Because it's all based on the Form 13. The Form 13 is there. Go easy website. The Form 13 is there. Based on the Form 13 now. It is there. So you don't depend on the analogy now. Electoral Commission did make you know. Na ni errors no ye ya wasa be correct no na wo de also won tie errors na na de obegina so na de wadwuma de then obi you are not challenging the validity of the election you are rather challenging the results so declared with some errors which was later on corrected
and nuntina as part of momo response no mo kase omon satisfy provisions of 64(1) you be invoking the jurisdiction of the court to even hear an election petition in the first place.
And what can
in your moment to go.
And one no. What can we? Because in some okay, number one, near what can no. Facts now we're pleading and supporting even with grounds and no claims how make it. For instance, so what share grounds now? Miss our petition wa or name bear 4 grounds. But no crab to me account no any 2. But almost say electoral commission a breachy. Article 63.3 and no say obia be use or a president be when you 50%.
When you're more than 50%.
More than 50%. It is almost your calculation now. Calculation no more you know. Obia no more 50%. And you ask yourself how me calculation no. They are using the errors from the electoral commission are correcting. And yes, omo na akwa yo mu pink sheet bi and o makeka ni nyina si ani ti se no miem agidi ye ne say o ma yo mu collation pink sheet ni nya no former president Muhammad winning one touch no da bi o Missing Caudian commons on 38,622. Among Kenny and say, oh, and Untino, another Danko Kufado, must say no nyae, and yet see a canon. There be Omentimianesa. Another former President Muhammad say no nyae, there be Omentimianesa, Nemuno. Electoral Commission mistakes, no, was corrected. Our Noakase, it does not have any material effect on the elections, and no, Mujinaso, and no Mudia Musama calculation. Obi, with this, our view. And the view of the president's legal team, the court should not entertain this. That is why electoral commission lawyers, NEA lawyers, and raise preliminary objection.
Objection, no.
Say we no nya they are satisfied.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM
in 64.1.
64.1.
Now 64.1 no. A chere say was say o petition no. Attack the validity of the election and say what me.
I mention here.
Invoke. Yeah. It mentions validity.
Let me read
64.1.
The validity of the elections of the president may be challenged only by a citizen of Ghana who may present a petition for the purpose to the Supreme Court within 21 days after the declaration of the results of the elections in respect of which the petition is presented.
Validity.
The validity of the elections. It is a way over challenge the results declared. Any errors are my imagine mention was correct here. In our view and in the view of the president's legal team,
yes,
we enya dia I was say say court no
adagye wɔ ho
say na adagye e wɔ ho rather no or say court no ehwe na obogu
but say eba say after mo raise mo preliminary objection no na say court no
Ekosiisen
na okase we should go ahead and consider the petitioner na afi yaba behwe the reliefs are petitioners no seeking, and the one of those reliefs being an order annulling what can say the Gazette no is what the Constitution recognizes, and there is a relief for Musiki say an order annulling the Declaration of President-elect Instrument 2020 dated 9th December 2020, issued under the hand of Ms. Jane Adokwe-Mensah, chairperson of First Respondent and the returning officer for the presidential elections, and also gazetted on the 10th of December 2020. Clearly, no, they are attacking even the Gazette now. We say no constitution, no legitimate.
You know, Busa who say facts be no mo plead
to support our relief.
Exactly. Because you working now a declaration of errors in on the 9th and one worker out of the 35 paragraph petition, a mu 13 kwano ejina errors iso. Oh, but sen ka catch say oh, instrument no mfumso abem, mistakes abem.
Yes.
Because sa mfumso we say nyomo correcting ni nyina ansa no mo gazette. That is it.
So we share omo pleading so to support sa we na ma menhwe se me hu wa. Okay. Tio. And this is the pleading, paragraph 25. First respondent purported to gazette the declaration she made on 9th December 2020 by publishing the Declaration of President-elect Instrument 2020 CI 135 under the hand of Mrs. Jane Mensah, claiming that second respondent was the winner of the presidential election on the basis of him having attained more than 50% of valid vote cast. A copy of CI 135 is attached as Exhibit C. 26th paragraph, the Gazette notice of the outcome of the presidential election is required to be based on the declaration actually made by Mrs. Jane Adokwe-Mensah as chairperson of First Respondent and the returning officer of the result of the presidential election. 27, the Gazette notification contained in CI 135 being notification of the publicly broadcast declaration made by Mrs. Jane Adokwe-Mensah on the evening of the 9th is also unconstitutional, null and void, of no effect whatsoever, and therefore liable to be set aside. The Gazette no was made based on declaration, no, and almost declaration was unconstitutional, wrong.
And I make a say, a year article 63.
Yes.
8.
Yes.
And I'm a dear a year prima facie evidence. And I BM so even electoral commission. We share almost so answer now here even page 4. Now we share even the I think it's a paragraph under the heading the quaternary stage. Almost say the form 12S are then submitted to the returning officer for the presidential election, chairperson of the First Respondent at the National Collation Center. The results are shown to the candidate or their agents present for review. Thereafter, the returning officer for the presidential election collates the results of all the form 12S and fills out the presidential results declaration form and then requests the candidate or their agent to present to sign. So, Gazette na omubeyeno. Ejina eye form 13 iso. It is a oba na obe engage media. Na ne declaration na oye no. Na no kofum na instead of total valid vote or total vote cast. Na also won tiase no na ade be ye adwuma. Na okoka 51.595 instead of 51.295. Now also there be on tiase and one ade be ye adwuma. Na okorrect no na based na no gazette na constitution so under article 63(9) na me kan kire wo sisi no. Say near ya gazette no na ya prima facie evidence
of who is president.
And Tisa Waka said, oh, attack the declaration so made on the 9th. That declaration for me, as I said, they had errors. And it's been corrected. And the Gazette here, Gazette no, and the evidence, our constitution in him. Court will decide. Yes, court will decide.
At least for now, no, for now, parties ni nyina de omo nsem akwakoto court no enim validity. Wow. A lot of messages about mekan kakra ede amamo on the live broadcast. A lawyer friend comes through with this. I say, Obi, listen to Chachu again. He made sound enquiries. The last time live telecast was by an administrative but not judicial function decision. Chachu sought good clarity. CI 99 makes live telecast discretionary and a party may apply to request it. But this court was obviously minded to allow live telecast without an application. So the application was actually struck out as moot. But that doesn't mean it is wrong for any party to have made the request, even if the broadcast was ongoing. How else does one get to know if the broadcast will be for the entire hearing? Okay, and that's another good point. Nipano about the lawyer friend of mine, but to some other messages. Okay, let me deal with these ones from Abdul Malik Kwekubako, and he says the declaration of president-elect instrument is what is gazetted. It originates from the declaration announced by the EC on the basis of the Constitution. The declaration of president-elect instrument, which is gazetted, is derived from Article 63.3. Had the person declared winner by the EC attained more than 50% of the valid vote cast in the election? If yes, that's all the law and the Constitution require. Abdul Malik Kwekubako. We say, good afternoon, Obi. The NDC is using a psychological strategy to push you to tell the world who appointed which judge to the Supreme Court in order to justify why there is a particular ruling. I wish you educate listeners again about the appointment of judges. Ask Nanabi why lawyer Addison is not part of the lawyers this time around. Gastiman Ewo Brekum. And Gastiman, I get your point, but I don't think will be psychological strategy in TNA. Yeah, because I think it's also fair. I mean, in advanced democracies, no, even when a lawyer is appointed onto the Supreme Court, Mr. Lawyer, a judge is appointed, be in the philosophy as a judge, whether or a conservative or a liberal, and that's why then we know. Ain't a Hanson when we attach those who appointed them, it's I don't think it's wrong. And NTS here was our kind of so we say. Okay. Ankoma Foster Achim Ayerebi, aka Pink Sheet, or say, I know and I have to hope that the second term of our President Ronaldo government will end with better economy, jobs for the youth, and finally more construction of roads and hospitals, especially in Achemansa district. My regards to Honorable Kojo Opowing Kroma. Okay, I hear you. Thank you for your message. We say the NPP told the whole world that the NDC cannot go to court because they don't have any evidence. Now the NDC are in court and these same people are criticizing them for going to court. So now, what at all do they want the NDC party to do? This clearly shows that the election was not free and fair. Tell them that the cat will finally come out of the bag. Sir Prince Ewo Ayen Suwano. Obi, my godfather, Nanabi, has indeed explained why Mohammed's petition lacks material substance. Kudos to Nanabi, the incoming national organizer of the NPP. Hey, for schooling the NDC. Obi, since this is my first message to you, to your most listened to afternoon political talk show, let me say Happy New Year to you. Obi, aka Ghana's Afternoon Voice, and your production team. Nana One Ewo Kasua. Nana One in Kasua. And all the way up. Okay. Let me see. Good afternoon, Obi. If not for NDC's constant aspersions on our judiciary, the rebuttal of His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo should be enough to get the case thrown out. NDC's second defeat at the Apex Court would be a great add-on to the Valentine's Day celebration. Kudos to lawyer Nana B, Prince Odenehu Opong, and Onodiwe Abba. Good afternoon, Obi. Tell Nanabi to stop throwing dust into our eyes. Moreover, he is not the one to present our case for us. If he and his party thinks we have no case, then he should wait till the Supreme Court gets into the substantive case, and they will know what happened, which favored their candidate, and that will be exposed to the Ghanaian people. Truth will surely come out, and we would all see the unacceptable Reagan by the EC and NPP against the will of the Ghanaian people. Paul de Sousa, Worcester, Massachusetts, in the US of A. I believe in our competent court of jurisdiction and hope justice is served at the end of the day, devoid of anything detrimental to the peace of this country. I speak without prejudice, but it's my fervent hope the NPP will come out victorious at the end of it all. Jomo Pokwase Festus Edie Eni. Nana Hesiodri says, if the Supreme Court has granted the amendment for former President Mahama to correct errors, why is the petitioner, i.e. John Mahama, holding on to the errors of the Electoral Commission? Court rise.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
We say, Lawyer Nanabi has done justice to the incompetent petition. Kudos to you and your team for the reportage of Afa. Okay, Afa Ajibebia. Regards to Kapo Samia Uku. Farouk is in Tema. Let me do this finally, and then I'll come back to Nanabi na Yashe to me. I wrap it up. We say, good afternoon, Obi. I sincerely believe that the MDC have no case, and the case will be thrown out of court. They are just wasting our time. I want to say a special greetings to Lieutenant Abigail Asamoah Eidu of the Ghana Air Force in Takrade and Frank Akwesi Debra, NPP chairman of Ablekuma Central. Nana Ekuyamwa Boaten Ewo Ablekuma Central. Obi. Supreme Court granting media coverage rights of the petition is only being consistent. They granted same in the 2013 petition of the NPP, despite NDC's objection. This time, NPP is not objecting. The difference is clear. Guy G is in Newark, New Jersey. Alhaji Hamza finally says, Obi, truth be told, I'm sad listening to Nanabi this afternoon. What is he talking about? It is better he stops talking, because the more he talks, the more he exposes himself and their case in court. Interesting times ahead. Alhaji Hamza, Pig Farm. Nanabi inti finally in him say court to us 19th. Say pre-trial conference ebe shase more expectations anything.
Obi say next week Tuesday no. Case management level no pre-trial yebehwe court bema direction
how our case
ni be sia ko nti how dey any much to say say me sure say by now no omo file omo corrections so
yeah now ochenamo so mo file
okay then by Tuesday then we'll meet again in court. But me share court no
preliminary objection there and no ho asem no
Tuesday
they decide all of that. Okay.
Direction na me share court na ho keka ene no kwasem nie unse wo hwe when man 9:30 na omo demand by 9:30 na omo transe
na justice is not transe
9:30.
Wow.
Want to be sure ho keka I'm very sure said this matter will be dealt with expeditiously.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
You're full confident in that, especially in our legal team, very solid legal team, and more and all she I mean, led by.
There's no real legal team now. Say Yeyi Akoto Ampao, Frank Davis, any lawyer. Very well known. No more candidate say me yenshare any more
hey oba pa shela menka premo
wajidi
so wapuna wusua law na nche bia obey Dapado Frank Davis Kokwesifi no munya no me part of even the 2012 legal team.
Oh okay.
And Dr. Ernest Usudapa is one of the senior lecturers for KNUST.
Oh okay.
If I'm your chairman company law.
Company law. Oh okay.
A very senior way and a bright Ochre Ejikum. I mean, these are sharp and penifua yeniomu and Ejumano. It I have no doubt say same way the omo Nyamiadar Mombetinite.
That's all him say petition and also lawyers no chatusi kata ne to ne lethal.
Oh, me pese me can bebrisa, but I think Chachu is bruised, heavily bruised.
And the course ne.
Oh, and ne even ya.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Godfrey Dame the ATT in Nancy. Of Chachu is badly bruised. I mean, it hold there. Don't worry at all. Godfrey Dame Drebono. Godfrey Drebono. And yeah, they high.
Now, Electoral Commission lawyers,
I'm Justin Amenuvo. Or no, and I think any two other colleagues.
Yeah.
He's also very articulate.
Amenuvo.
No. Me gidi say ye shas ya e bia ji se court no e direct here betum sa na say the we because we share timelines na per the rules no by 42 days no was here enti
say trial nankaza no will last for 6 days in open
court anyway say we are just hoping say preliminary objection no be na no na ya makoso
say court na podi no dey just say case die
no near Pimco anymore. So that
say Basse court no
Ekosiisen
okay more objection no overruled in the yanko into the main case. More in this case no the second respondent who is the president no say Basse he say omra court metna doc no ma obeba.
I would I say me J and Chemuka free me penny for her as to her because me say see idea na age no man. In fact,
say in the McMenu
as a campaign manager, I'm sure Sam Rano ebe makwan so no akra bit me age no star witness. Ama wetimi so I'm very very particular about me sure say be ade hu bia but eno na me kan say me on a lighter note 2012 petition na 9 months na Miami Wafa, John Dramani Mahama, court when she court them that I said that final judgment, and I say O'Shea White, and then no can yet and they are me call me who no ban temper, and I know of a mama ban temper, it's now by a no to court, and I may catch him who say no situation is permanent. No situation is permanent. 2012 9 months of a mama in court that never one more.
That's not a precedent.
Men can't so that is why I'm media count say no situation is permanent.
I'm raining
castle. When they of a Mahama or Bantem Papa or Bantempa and or Bantem Papa better Sani Viacity. No situation is permanent. Medawasi.
Now, you to organize a Jumanos,
Yamiadaroma, you so say, now me no can say, party no name is what you want to say, Nanado Danko Kufa Dubenya, a one touch FM, Nanki Timmy and Yamo sits account. Ye Susu and Nebemusa. Parliament say, your modern more parliament, no mean is a party no more. Obia or Becatro say, Neni Aso, Debbie. Na near whom here ye pa necessitiano say oko election muna resource ebebano say nyene na we expect ya. I think say the appropriate thing to do no and one party na ye no say yempa umpenifo na omonhwehwe eye ne course
no
na you what actually happened. Say ne be
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
His Excellency the President akansim bi na asama emudoye pa o say ade ba ko peso uja pa na say obe hand over to an MPP president. Ono eni ni second term no woman. Ti nyame adma 2024. Na say 2025 say o free so a na say ode eye
baton no
edema MPP president Ghana for atobe and no kwasem ne say ehia adwuma kese pa ne ko ya anko yi bia na o se nye tutu ne yi ewom sesie no medical kan say obi e hye na dwen obi e kana asem obi e yesi no kra na emum no ye nyina no enhwe se mpanimfo a party no so omo hwehwe mu nia anko yi no ye nhwe se ne bi betimi atoto ye nema yi yahyehye ye nema yi bebia ye duru ya ye nema no ehwe gu ye no se ye kahire na emunye den a ye miamu yi ye kon na emunye den a ye ma ye komu ayeden bebia ye duru ye na hotra ye duru ye hu ha ye besi abatra enti enokre His Excellency the President one touch victory then so target
but the other thing is when say how critical the we want to share electoral commission data no and we had 51 point something % out of the close to 17 million registered voters are now omoye between the ages of 18 and I think 18 and 35.
18 and 35.
Yeah, 35. Now, about 51 point something. That in absolute terms, over 9 million, and then within that bracket. So, I was 9 million, and now a 2 point something were first time voters. And what it meant, they said, for more as youth organizers, Mojuma Beye, very, very critical to the success of your parties in this election. So, who assess the youth wing of your party, I would no now. How well did you do? As far as our election way is concerned, any result about you know?
Oh no, we did. There were challenges, especially with COVID, but we did very well. So we share right from offer regional youth organizers, and don't forget, say because of free SHS in Tino, now you were almost about 705,000. Free SHS beneficiary and now 18 years and
on bit matwaba. 2 million first time voters.
Now Osha emu 198,000 no more your first years more de no more fee.
Okay.
So they registered at home and now almost had to abano so fee.
Yes.
And now Osha more about 243,000. Now almost no a second years na e be a gold track and a be a green track. Enti omo no mo fie no register wo fie. That is how come because of the civic responsibility you Ghana Education Service krama konya ebriki school say na be omo mo register wo fie no betimi akofie akoto aba na omo nso a omo ewo school no so they were protected, they were fed, and then the omo cast omo vote and the final years for no no my exit enti nso ahwe electoral commission ma period kakra bi ma omo ye vote transfer.
Yeah.
Exactly. Enti sa de bia metaka say free SHS a year beneficiaries no almost should love mananado.
Oh yes, sure.
I'm telling you. Almost should love pa mananado.
But I've heard the claims say transportation was an issue for some of them. One was say transport
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Data 193,000 no more transportation.
Okay.
Omono time COVID by intino. Omu fee ni MB school. Omu register fee. And almost had to have no fee. That is 198,000. And now 243,000 no. Emu half a register fee. And emu half register school. It drew on Ghana Education Service a bricky for about 5 days.
Yes.
And now more so muku fee no a coffee. And almost more register with school no so no. They were kept fed. That is 243,000. Don't forget, say out of that, no, almost about 111,000 no more day students. Day student omu here transportation. Omu not transportation. Ebe ye problem omu. We even made because you develop some mechanism from the regional youth organizers, almost setting up student committees. Ebi. Itimi Alphabet Intinisa will share the 705,000 majority of them to Abanamanado. Majority. I say only data more data in our say. On the Besemishon. Yes. And these are the breakdown.
Majority no etimi to Aba. After so much to Abanamanado, say we no.
Oh, say unim. The fact of the matter is that about 80 to 90% to Abanamanado. 80 to 90%.
You know that for a fact.
Oh yes, 80 to 90%. because for campaigning, we had campaigned to them, the need. And indeed, while here, campaigning, course, no how in fact, graduates for me, a free SHS Graduates Association, they were campaigning to for in all the regions. Regional youth organizers did so well. Have leaders so that have platform, for Kasai. So for free SHS, His Excellency the President, Nyamin Shirano, Napu Nyamin Shiramo, a boy pa. Exactly the point.
But apart from free SHS, I know say the youth of Ghana no doors, and at least call register no, we are talking close to a little over 9 million.
And I was we 700,000. I mean, I'm making another point. Anytime Ubewini Abebia, nice win a majority of the youth
vote, yes.
Anytime you because so we have more than 500,000 votes difference, 51.295. Then clearly it means majority of the Ghanaian youth in energy because anytime I be lose so baby, and I say youth from my power, I mean that research, Intina America say so we share adenimo. Yes, you cannot. There are some. The Biametaka say policies be honoma. A very, very gainful, but a painful. It will be to me affecting me. We are buying. We be to me generally be their top but largely, generally, no. When you have majority of the Ghanaian youth voting for you, then you know say Nyamiadarama will cross it. The 50% plus one, one touch victory. Yeah. The moment umbefu no munya dodoana and twabamano, then you know say you are doomed. Because for 51% it's not a joke, it's not a small number. So even if 51% no name dodoana yes or more twabetia you are gone.
The other thing and it's a core mandate as youth organizer is to make sure say ubetimi aboaboa as many youth as possible and not to believe in the NPP philosophy and as much as possible vote for the NPP and our candidates will be put here for elections. If
Ekosiisen on
Samoko election now, as the evidence shows, say even some of your people in some constituencies skirt and blouse, they did not believe say party the candidate will put it up in the constituencies, no, it deserve a vote. And yet testament of how maybe weak more organizational structure on the ground now because you could not even motivate more members to even believe in more candidates.
You'll be making a very wrong analogy. Say, enema be brave necessary constituency. Enema be brave. In fact, obeko constituency because nebia executives na mono there's friction. Obeko constituency bo nebia DC any PC krano omaninshia. Obeko constituency kra na executives ni nya drawing primaries na bi omo support one person nipa na enwini and fufuru wini enti omo nya still no there are problems. Enti at the local level, at the constituency level, there could be a lot of factors, a number, in fact, one of even the issues was even times COVID, because usually in here primaries a year before. This time around, yes, I mean, just about 4 or 5 months to elections. More issues are resolve any of the adenya no bitimi ediwunya kakra. In the anima be in the wisdom of the party leadership, National Executive Committee, no, ya power abejoku nipo munemu de abatu mu nhyehyeye omunemu pa se omunkofom no monhwe saa nema e affect party no ma saa nema ne timisisi ma yeni daso ananke wasn't give it me we need even more seat kana ma saa esu hwan ye numbers no etesa because all call at the base a lot of issues can happen. And yena no me have appeared before
wako committee
in him. I mean, very, very interactive at Shomo and Nema Bakum, and Nema Mefis affect even the youth and Nema Buansuma youth in the Tuabano and the Maya more of what we did, the programs we put in place and Ninano, Yetimi Ediaka. Mejidi ye say abadwoko no de omo di sem aba betudwa so that ye betimi apema koso ahyehye party ni yi na yetimi afa ye.
No, knowing you, I minime juma yeah. I mean, every objective observer of your political space would know. Say you worked very, very hard for your party. But in terms of approval rating amongst the youth in your party, who say approval rating was wrong?
Oh yes, until I make say, seriously speaking, if you lose the confidence of the youth, know that you are Oko position straight. Oko position, and that is one thing. Every election be so youth need 10 against you. Oko. And although we were seeking to get at least more from the youth, but at least what Omoye man and another Danko Kufuado, you so one touch victory a year. We can do more, but in your youth, a year, right from how our constituency youth organizers, polling station, your test convoy, you were almost about 230 test institutions. They worked very hard. Very, very, very hard. Tertiary institutions. And Sana, the student committees, all various regions, even as I said, making sure, say, at least, say, the free SHS about almost so eligible to vote, or see Timmy in more, any the programs, put in place, inaugurate free SHS Graduates Association, and more interaction, and me who baby,
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
We did so well as the youth wing, the team itself, right from the national level, regional level, constituency level, and ever from volunteer groups. Volunteer groups, a lot of them, they were so committed. So committed. From ne anaju de sombeba volunteer groups here juma papa. So we did so well juma papa.
And within the party, and as far as your youth are concerned, who your leader, confidence in you, and say
there be not at all. Send a medical kind of party no mudie ubiano ebunyo so say parliamentary no. I mean obviously. Whether I like it or not, and me, I am disappointed. A lot of people sa aneti. I know the yinya enipa. It is a dia hardwin. But ni hu here ye pa ne say enye sisano. Eni nyame nchade. Yen hye ye ne mayi na yen tutu ne ye mayi. Na nanu ne si wo forma e mass have problems with buy no. Yen hwe ni nsiano. It
is here you have 2 more years to go as National Youth Organizer.
1
said
year.
2022.
1 year and about 7 8 months.
On Asempa FM.
Okay, that's enough. A lot of months and days ahead. What is in for Opati youth at ATO? Why should they still have confidence in you going for a new Maben or Ediamon?
Obi and the money be or be a new video soon meet me. I can't.
Okay.
But a mabunu dear almost petitions, I'm aware. And we will continue to engage them. In fact, a boom na a giant petition anyway, seeing and party Juma Kesho, dear Mama, His Excellency the President. See in the court, you didn't in the area. Ever caught youth in the Nancy Mama now, and a second term. Expectations, whole youth no be expectations, bikuta, and never be bread many so aspirations, and no could come then how you be engaged your money to me, and make sure say, and near ma almost my coma at that sono, a timini or medinkita home, amenity album.
Before Koforidia, Obreme a copy of a manifesto, okay.
Pa.
What the year, Juma?
In fact, almost about 95% of it. That's why I'm a bano. Mesade. Why you don't cry? Okay, I'm good. With the bro, na ya kono one by one. I'll tell you how Nyamin Chadie, it saw the youth wing of the New Patriotic Party. Mo yenipa. Why any paid ye any money in Anna bit me aye. Then so me GDA say how we resource the youth wing at the various levels anyhow I see a saw youth nim anyhow is a connective will be to as I said, why any pay the Yiniana bit me, names meaning say, Nyamia Daruma, near Timmy and Eboy, Emma, party no sono, executives, a Juma Chenia, he said to me a year Yinano, a nay, ye Timmy a winning, resounding, one touch, victory, but the Kaka, near Yinya and Yanya Hono, a parliamentary, a better high be such a shay and name not moving forward near Timmy. Aye, Ashisha Yanema, send a bay
8 year cycle, no more breaky.
Yes.
In 2024.
A Jumadin, pa. If we apply ourselves to Sa Adiwina and Yadia, because His Excellency the President, I can say, Yadia Dana Kumaso, say a bit to me, a brick identity, a Jumadin, a commitment, a dedication, and Yadia. Eda from bakokra me gidi say yenyina no
Ekosiisen on
na yenyina no yenya saa akomakro na yede pem koswa. I'm telling you ade betimi aye
ubetimi a break is a 8 year cycle. No, my final question for you would be, sir, after election, yes, court case near court there, but the president is putting steps together to form the next government. I position being the executive and
there be.
For now, no.
There be. For now, there. You be party money and some party.
President Tun Safre Okra, you decline.
Oh, say President Yan Tun Safre me. But as I said, for now, there you focus na ya adwene no. And what be yin to me kwa bem.
Yeah.
Yin to me kwa bem. The party no, so no osi to me shishema no yedin. Right from a form ABC through. And this is here the party mo na ya wo say ye be koswa na some party. Na yetimi ama apan so ho ayedin. Na party so ho ayedin. Na yetimi akan ya ho den asiani na yetimi dia ya adwuma na dia koyenim.
But now National Service Secretariat is our boss akoye MP or former boss akoye member of parliament. Omanpenyeka Nanabi Saibra be head the National Service Secretariat. Unko, would you decline that?
Oh, say we dey a penny komo. Say ne we can bo His Excellency the President din we fidie so.
Yes.
Enye fidie so na me ba me
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Ni mienu nkita wodi enye bu kra. Enti we dey waka ne sa na ebeja ne sa.
Henry Nanabuache. National Youth Organizer of the NPP.
Yes, sir.
Mate, I mean, interestingly, me share messages are a lot of the youth think you've done well and you deserve to go a step further. Next national elections.
Because we know my juma pa.
If it is also called national or replace or boss, I mean, so called you not just say more yenesa.
And OBCC, you know, me a national youth organizer.
Yes.
The boss a national organizer. Say me the caricature says yeah, or 1 year.
And some months, yeah.
You need to make sure say niema ye ntimi anye ama emebunu no in the first term. Ade o say timi preoccupy my mind. Na me timi hwe mebunu no ene omakoma so ade.
I'm say nyuma no.
Nyuma ni opportunities. Ebi wo no ma eja ono so person to in school so call o person ye we enti wo support no wo ye say yes o ma no nyuma any opportunities. And ye be print no mama adwen enko
eno so
na megidi ye se eye omo a mebuna me no ma ye adwuma na no senia omo kana nyame ye adomo a ye say the voice of the people is the voice of
the voice of God.
Ekosiisen on Asempa.
But you should be a proud national youth organizer. So I'll share the makeup of parliament is here on Momo's side now. Some very young guys members of parliament.
Yes, na me pese
yes. You should be a proud national.
Yes. Omo nyame adma me pese bibia settle na for the national youth wing. We go and meet them.
Okay.
There's always a kokosa, a timishia from the youth wing of the party and the youth assembly. So parliament. A timishia. To almost settle no maybe we are. Usually omo be you leaders cry.
Okay.
Omo be you leaders young parliamentarians.
Yeah, so I say okay, the me share would Hassan Tampore beka ho.
Hassan waburu
youth we
but
medical
for parliament here 45
for youth
yes,
caucus in parliament
no? 45. I think the omutiki sa we know from the African Parliament.
Okay.
The honor them say 45. The on the ambassador omunya be wu. We have a lot of people within.
I said Hassan will meet will be in
Hassan John Kuma.
Okay, yeah, John Kuma.
We have a lot.
Abu Asenso Boache. Now, a former boss
yeah, Yusuf
yeah, would
Yusuf
meet. Okay.
Ono so Farouk Muhammad.
Yeah, Farouk.
Habib Idrisu.
Tolon.
Yeah, Tolon.
Oh, is he that young?
Yeah, he's that very young.
Okay.
Sly. And so.
Yes, Sylvester Tete. Now, I'm not on Preba. I say wedding fee saying.
I know better 40. No, 40.
Okay, 42 and 42. Yeah, 42. He will be in there. Okay. Afenyo will be.
Afenyo.
Oh, sir. Hey.
Onu meet no you be hwe
o se de o woni pa
ba and nyame ado no mo settle e be kona ehu ha e beti asai be
and what expectations from them be dey
obi sesi ade mo settle na enkusho megidi se mre komu ne be sa ade nkomu biom be so mo settle wi o chena mu hia ne ade wi na at least we can meet them na yehu how e betimi ahihye ye nema moving forward.
Yeah, himself president no prerogative to do appointment, but there were youth-related agencies being so in government. Are you interested in who occupies our positions?
Oh yeah, very important. Say, ones are we youth organizer there. At least nipa no obano should be obe championing the cause of the youth. Yeah. Obe to me a connected youth ni too. The policies or the baby ano. Obe to me a supporting a year youth no. Of course.
You are interested
I'll be interested.
Yeah, you'll be active in lobbying for some of them. And what's our way? And I say what's our way? You are the youth organizer.
Oh, yeah, my cat was with videos when you baby I really did common. What do I say?
Oh, be say lawyer Mesa and so fall in that bracket. Yeah,
so.
Lawyer Mesa. And about to say Menchia North.
And sana emi about Mama Sewa Francisca.
Yeah, Mama Sewa. Yeah, Francisca. Mavis Bain.
Mavis can or Mavis agona. A Fija Setre East, maybe can Cambodu. Oh,
okay.
Honorable.
Okay.
Unimno.
And no, I don't. And do you be replace Collins Uswaman?
Adjust for crowns who can.
Do you replace Collins Uswaman?
Yes, because you couldn't do.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't do. Ansana wa unipa, maybe if you cry, Vincent.
Oh,
Tafu. Yes.
Oh, Tafu.
Mekuduka.
Yeah.
Mekuduka na ye former
like
head
caucus
for the caucus youth caucus head no.
Okay.
Yeah, means what trap bracket no obekoni ne
yeah. And Madam for so Dr. Prince Hamidu Ama.
Exactly.
Kwesimentim constituency, yes. He will also make that card. Yes. Ma menhwe obi the way abeme kisi of anya so to.
Dog give me but oyonimunyam for pa.
He looks
obi am penasem oyonimunyam for pa.
Okay.
It will be Nyamisha.
Is it Ama Poma Boating?
Ama Jame.
Ono so ye,
Jame constituency.
Ama Poma Boating. Mate say lawyer Baba Jamal Aba Ahomane so on and Unimun so say aha e kra me refi. Dome constituency hoyi. Dakwa Newman.
Dakwa Sheila
Battles. Yeah.
They're all young ladies are almost over parliament, yes.
Because always people beti lawyer Baba Jamal in common. Lawyer akwaba na pom to say.
Nyame adom bibia boko.
Yeah, da nyame ase. Afisia panso.
Afin commentary en afise say na ne ayira yen no Nyankopon age amaye.
Yeah. Na me pacho enne utimi kopie mu Supreme Court there.
Nyame adom na me obi. Mini na bi, mini ne hia ho.
Oh, okay.
Mini ne hia ho Supreme Court there.
Great.
Na oni no di nkomo no. Kacha ne se ne numu odwae. Ase kotro abe. Odwa na num se omo be kire yem be
Ekosiisen on Asempa.
Se we hunu se agro no sa na na izeta. Na kaka krebi by nokra no Supreme Court be wi chen e bia na kakra na besoso na wadane youth leader in opposition.
Opposition youth leader
youth leader in opposition.
Wow. And say Oshe the members of the panel through to request me no any go manim decisions or the buy and they are meeting more expectations me pacho.
Oh, Obi, those two requests there, now we were not having any doubt there ever call otherwise because Minia Nanabi say we were even surprised say MPP for oppose the second one. So what must say? Opposing say Mama Quina yen file amendment. Kwame, oh Mr. Obi, what's amendment na near Bayana? A simple technical matter. I mean typological mistake. As a normal circumstance, no, on our feet in court, no, you need change those things. Very simple. And one say, the idea, the pen is extra. Now you sign. Now normally, now you need into no open say cleaner. Then you seek leave and do those amendments. Next anchor application, grano. You bet me I amendment no court. Tina me mama say omo pursue but Senator Mekano, we're not surprised that Supreme Court judges no any year against say a coin down say you be change the necessary amendments. I mean, say NTBiano amendments in a year or Benham Council Monsaka.
If 4 Nabo 4 p.m.
Oh, by now, because you're almost your maintaining the process. Those amendments require near attach copy that. So what must say?
Okay.
Near attach copy that the proposed amendment, near attach copy to the application. And it is a matter of then sending it and filing it. So what must say?
Yes.
I'm 100% sure that by now, no cannot be on my file. So what must say? So now, maybe just some small changes. Yeah. But the second decision is very good for Ghanaians. So what must say?
Yeah.
The officer, one court cry, officer, and I'm a boy.
Very important.
And because there had been a precedent. In law, no, precedents are very important. Precedents, they say, you be paying, and I be paying, and I'm a boy. In the past, I did say, Supreme Court, no more Babaya, I am not being too much because I be paying the no motion no answer not to say the akacha no. I know one say no and the am ran ho kra to mu say be am Ghana poina I and to be away the crash they be no about kra na obehwe na no kra ewo nsem no mu no obi ehunu bi ama no kra no adedi and them say the CEO court and then them say none kwanswa.
How about the members of the panel?
Oh, Minia, members of the Chimia for hostage, so them say a whole trooper. And as a lawyer, no, I don't think say it will be fair for me to make a comment on a judge that is sitting on a case. So what must say?
Baba, I didn't say a word true.
Well, true, because as a lawyer and an officer of the court, no, I don't have to go and be commenting on judges who are going to sit on the case. And I thought him as there.
Yeah, I get you.
And this Bible say panelists saying it is saying almost judges, they are selected almost sit on a case. They are qualified and everything to do.
Yeah, I know.
But all the experience in the world.
Based on evidence, be a crime with team, you can push for some of them to recuse themselves if you have that ground so to do. And it's not me, I say,
if there's anything like that at the appropriate time, we will do it. So what must say?
Okay.
If there's anything like that, but for now, what we have done is what you have seen today. So what must say? As we talk now today, I cannot make any comment further beyond here. So what must say?
Okay.
But just to assure you, sir, if there is any need for us to take any action, I am sure that the team will meet and make the necessary application that we need to do. But for now, I don't think I can make any comment on any of the judges sitting on the case.
More file more case more petition and respondent so the more responses echo. First respondent the EC, second respondent another than Kwakofado. After say who go through more responses are you still confident in more petition way?
In fact, their cases, their pleadings confirm some of our cases.
Asempa FM.
Obi so cases, confirm some of our cases. Because the electoral commission in her pleadings, admit said there was a mistake. And
yes.
If she admits there was a mistake, and we are saying that mistake, is what she has graduated, and it is not the right calculations are. What have we done wrong? And to our case, is confirming some of our cases, and that is the more reason why we are in court. That she has done calculations and given figures, changed them over a number of times, so we are challenging the authenticity of those numbers. That is why we are in court, meaning Obi. So the only response the response rather confirmed
on
our position. Said there was something wrong with the elections, and for that matter, our we see NDC for change your positions overnight. Change your positions. I wonder what they mean by that. Because, Obi, you have some medical court, no? As somebody came and said, a year Nanado, electoral commission, so we know. The electoral commission, and calculations, near calculating the year, only 50 plus 1, 50% plus 1, onya. Asema ye kanono. Obi, say, Meka, Yabeka say, you win or you win, no, near can say, we are basing it on Article 63 of the Constitution, and this is the principle of the Constitution, say, a person who should be declared a president when the person obtains 50% plus 1.
More than the Constitution says, more than 50%.
So that is the same as 50% plus 1.
Yes.
It is so 50% plus 1 vote are winning. It is so 49.99999% on the winning. Obi, when you say you're back to more Ghana, no, Uber to me winning election, but you cannot be president.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that scenario?
Yes.
So Uber to me winning in an election, and then say Nana Dunya 49, Najo Mahama 48, Nana Dunya, but we need to become president.
Yeah.
What must you must never win, so you don't need only to win. Our constitution is not talking about only winning. Our constitution is talking about winning 50% plus 1. And that's why in formulating our pleadings, they calculations, and yet calculations on one electoral commission debate on no calculate 50% plus 1. Yes, MTR. And this obituary, no so no until no as in a we no until and I am a woman. And it Nina no sense now is starting with our evidence now. Then we all know the evidence we have and what is in it.
Lawyer Baba Jamal, my fancy, BBN Ebesia din Comobio. Why?
Obi, Madam Senior Ray, Michel and Nabi, Obusituana.
What happened?
I have is over transfer, because me over transfer. Or a Michiano Park, as a Michiano. Now, no wife, I bear more than no wife.
Baba, that's Papa. Lawyer Baba Jamal, the attorney, a member of the NDC legal team, and it is also alluding some rather interesting. But I hear what the Supreme Court will decide. Now I'm say makope me ho asem sa MPs o mo youthful no edia bebre say ablekuma dabi anyway ablekuma de Nana Madukua Siama Nana Madukua Siama Elvis Morris Donko Abras Ibu Kwaman Kese.
Near OBT a fellow of Fusuka.
And also one fan can one.
Oh, some may come at you for Elvis in a day. Elvis in a day of Fusuka Tico a car form.
A car form.
And no as a day a car home. Obi Macrow now, Miss Matcha a senior.
Your friend is saying, I'm a Saman MP. A free famine, son.
Free I'm not too sure of.
Okay.
Or name Mabunudi Agropa.
Okay.
He resonates with the youth.
Okay.
Very, in fact, the campaign youth the Wamasama and the Gijinemo. Boys say Woho, Fawas, Mo, say Obama, Mo, Oman, the Gijinemo, and he resonates a lot with the youth.
Okay.
Unze asem kuma na menu de na Ibra Penny Baba Jama be confirm. Omo asem no de omo nhede ni asem. Na emu electoral commission figures no kan ya o say mfumso abema wa be correct no. Eno no so mu do magina so de o mathematics. Obi case close. Badase.
Na be enso ya dase. Ekosiisen so ni high asem pa 94.7 FM. Lawyer Henry Nana Boachi bebre na friend Nana B, National Youth Organizer of the NPP, member of the team speaking for Nana Danko Akufo-Addo in this election petition hearing. Enti enoho enkomo ene no be, and we took advantage to talk about some other party matters. Inti